Drinking Buddies is a great film, and Joe Swanberg, who directed it and wrote it and edited it, I just wondered how that partnership started between you and Joe.
You know, I have to give full credit to Jason for that. He was familiar with Swanberg's work, and as we got to know each other, he said, "You should do a Swanberg movie. I think you'd be cool in one of those movies. You should do that." Now with Joe, there's no script, so there's no material to give you to prepare for the conversation. So it was great because he said, "Come to Chicago. It's this movie about beer." I was like, "Great, sign me up." And he said, "Jake Johnson's the guy." I was like, "Fantastic, he's so great." And I knew nothing else. I actually met Jake Johnson. He said, "Yo, do you know what we're doing?" I said, "I have no idea what we're doing." He said, "You know there's no script." I said, "Yeah, what are we gonna do?" And we made a pact that we would just go with it. That we were just gonna be open and we would just see what would happen. And we were just, they say in improv, before you walk out onto stage in an improv group, you say, "I've got your back." And I love that about improvisers.
Oh, wow.
They look at each other, they make eye contact, and they say, "I've got your back, I've got your back." And that's all they need to go out. That's all they have to go on. And that's enough, because if you're present and you're taking care of each other, you're gonna be fine. So we get there, and Joe said, "Well, your character works in a brewery, so let's hang out in some breweries, let's drink some beer." And I was like, "Fantastic." So we drank. I learned a lot about beer in about a week, learning as much as I could quickly, just consuming as much information and beer simultaneously, which doesn't go well together because you forget all the information. Which was actually very funny when sweet Anna Kendrick showed up very kindly. 2 weeks into the process, she agreed to come and work for 2 weeks on this movie. And she's about this big, and she sat down to do the first scene and took a huge gulp of beer, not realizing that it was real, and was instantly hammered. She was like, "What's happening? What are you guys doing?" And we're like, "Oh, we forgot to tell you, the beer's all real. Everyone's drunk. It's 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Welcome to Drinking Buddies." But I just soaked it all up, and then we started. So the first day, we shot in a real brewery. And he said, "Okay, just to give you an idea of the whole process, the first scene was, he said, you're gonna sell beer to this couple. They're getting married, they're planning their wedding. Help them pick a beer for their wedding."
Right.
The beers now.
That scene was incredibly realistic.
It was I had learned enough that week about the different Chicago breweries and beer varieties that I just went up to this very sweet couple and I just tried to sell them beer. And if we could approach every scene with such a simple task, such a simple goal, sell this person beer. Don't worry about the lines. Don't worry about the moments and the whatever. Just do it. Just achieve your goal. Then the performance happens.